All right, Logan, take the wheel, baby.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Logan. I'm back here with Real Talk. I'm excited to get going. I'm playing a little bit of a different role tonight. I'm just going to kind of chill back and make sure these guys stay on pace with everything we need to do. I don't know what episode we're on. We've done quite a few of these, so I don't even know where to go with it. We got a special guest, though, Richard Miller, tonight with us. Obviously, everybody from First Round Training knows Lasting's Milledge. And if you're familiar with the game, it's hard not to know who he is. I'm excited to have these guys on. Richard, appreciate you being with us. Go ahead and give the First Round Training following a little bit of background about yourself.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you guys for having me on in this platform. Hopefully we can talk about some good topics. Anyway, about me, I was a college recruiter for 9 years. I coached college baseball at Volunteer State for 2 years, which is in Nashville, Tennessee. I coached 3 years and started the program at University of Northwestern Ohio in Lima, Ohio. I was there for 3 years. Previously trained MLB players for 5 years. I had 9 different guys, signed 300 guys to college scholarships and 30 draft picks in the 10 years that I had my 18U Florida Spikes baseball. We are now called Oakley Spikes. In our tournament teams, 12U, 10U, and 14U. And in our league teams, we are Florida Spikes, hence the FS.
Clearly, you got a lot of background and in baseball and a lot of knowledge of the game. Those are some crazy credentials right there, my friend. So I'm happy to have you on and hear about this for your viewers. We're going to share this out for you, and we know you're going to do the same. Hey, last things, everybody at First Round knows you, but give Richard's viewers a little background about you and what you've done for the game.
Well, what we have going on here, man, is everybody knows we came on the scene a little less than 2 years ago. In a 2,500 square foot facility from wall to wall. I mean, the bathrooms was included, and we had 2 of them. So we had 2 cages and a little eight foot strip where it just stopped from the other person getting hit in the other cage. So we started out very low level. We're still right in the middle of the pack right now, but we kind of just started slow just to get our name out there and to see if people would take to our style and our training, and it just kind of grabbed on, and now we have over 60. I think we got like 67 kids or something, and we just had a workout today, and we had 8 high school guys. So we're kind of making a name for ourselves. I would like to discuss what we got going on. I threw out a little breadcrumbs the other day, but whatever you thinking, whatever solution you drawing up, yeah, that's going down. So once that gets out to the press, I will be able to Logan and I and Tiffany Franco will be able to announce what we have going on. But we just got so many things going on. Not only baseball, but just mentorship and sports, period. We're trying to get back in the community, Logan, with football. You have a really good you have a really good connection with NFL guys. We're trying to impact kids all across the board, football, golf, whatever, who knows how long it's going to take us, but I have full confidence I will be able to get that done. But that's what we have going on. And we kind of made ourselves a little household name, and now we're actually going and winning games and winning a few tournaments here and there, and the most important thing, developing guys who wouldn't get a chance to play on elite travel ball teams, taking guys like Angel, James Arista, guys like Sosa, guys like Avery, guys like Caleb and Hector, and I mean the list goes on and on. Taking those guys who never played any competitive baseball and throwing them in the Lions Den with big league training, and all of a sudden they come out on the other end as pretty good travel baseball players. So that's the thing where we separate ourselves, as you know, Logan, with Bling City, is we take you as you are. We never cut a person. So we got kids that we let them cut themselves. you're exactly right, Richard. And you already know we on the same page. I've been following you for a while. And I don't know, we're gonna be kind of a little deadly potion. It's gonna be kind of deadly. So I hope everybody out there got their popcorn ready with some hot sauce and some sugar on it.
Logan, I
And
want to ask you a question. Give them a little bit of background for my guys, just so they know your platform, not only for today, but obviously in the future they can kind of follow you and know what you do.
Most definitely. You can follow us at First Round Training, 1ST Round Training on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have firstroundtraining.com, 1STroundtraining.com, 941-304-9696. If you're ever in the area, you want a place to hit, you want some knowledge, you're more than welcome to come over there. Before we get too far ahead of it, and I appreciate that as well, before we get too far ahead of it, last things you talk about as a friend of yours, I love this is your legacy, and this is what you look at like your legacy. But for Richard's followers, you used to swing the bat a little bit, and you were a decent round pick. So, what about the background with that? What'd you?
I used to do a couple things here and there. You know what I mean? Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously, first round training, stems from 2003 as the first round draft pick, 12th overall for the New York Mets. Played in the big leagues with them for 2 years. Got traded to Washington, where I played a year and a half with them in the big leagues. Then I got traded over to the Pirates, where I played with them for 2 years. White Sox for about 4 to 5 months ish. I was 4 months in the big leagues and 2 months in AAA. Yeah. 2 years in Venezuela, 2 years in Dominican, 1 year in Mexico. And then after everything was said and done, 2012, I signed a 1 year deal to go to play with Yakult Swallows in Tokyo, Japan. And then after that, then I ended up signing a 4-year deal there. So, total, I got 15 years in this game professionally. I mean, I've been training as a professional, I don't know, since 98. So, I mean, I've been around, know a couple things, seen, I don't know, man. I've seen everything. I've been a top round draft pick to being cut, to not having a job, so I have a lot, I have a lot of things to bring to the table as far as, the mental part of the game, the bus rides, the big league trips, the big league flights, private jets, this, that, and the other. I mean, I've been there and done that. So that's a little bit about myself, but I really take pride into, playing the game at the pinnacle of sport. And, not everybody is able to do that, and you don't need to have big league credentials to make an impact or to mentor anybody, but I'm always grateful and gracious that I was able to play at the pinnacle of sport, and nobody can ever take that away from me. And that's what I worked as a kid. And these kids that we train, Rich, that's 10U, 12U, and us battling the parents and things like that. They have to understand the dream. 99% of us is going to fail. 99% of us is going to fail. Okay. But it's not always about getting that 1%. It's about developing these guys. And that's what all three of us on here today are really, really good at. But at the end of the day, I'm here to make an impact. Those are my credentials. That's what I bring to the table. I still get out there and I train with the kids. I show them physically. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do that. I would like to say till I die, but I know that's not so true. But as long as I can get out there and do the drills with the guys, and just have that player coach atmosphere, while also getting on them too. That's what I bring to the table at First Round Training. And, I'm humbled and gracious that Logan and I started this whole thing, man, from scratch, from nothing, like absolutely nothing, from literally a napkin, writing on a napkin. Hey, Logan, this is what we're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do. This, you know what I mean? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna bring. Hey, I need you to do this. And like at breakfast, you know what I mean? Like, hey, let's do this. You know, so we came from, when we say the bottom, man, we came from the bottom, and you know, now we're in the middle of the pack, trying to make things happen, man. So that's what we bring over here in first round, man. And you know, we're grateful to be here, man, and humbled to give a platform to yourself to get your side of the story, because you know, everybody get tired of hearing us like, okay, like Logan play college baseball at ACC, real good program, and you know how Florida JUCO baseball
Hillsborough
is, man.
Community College.
It's tough.
Play for
And
Ren?
What's that?
Did you play for Ren?
No, I played for Coach Gary Calhoun. So, yeah. Hey, well, like I said, we got a little bit of the backgrounds between you guys out. People know what's up. So we're going to try and keep it at about a half hour. So now it leaves us, 15, 20 minutes roughly here where we can get to the bread and butter of you guys. I guess here, Richard, let's start with you. Coaching philosophy, your coaching philosophy when you're out here doing things. Tell us why you do what you do, why you take passion in what you do, and why you call it what it is. Not that you don't care about what parents and what people think, but you're worried about the kid, and you're worried about them getting at the top level. So explain to us your coaching philosophy and why and how you run your program.
So at Spikes, I started, like you said, same way. I was one guy. I was a high school coach at the time. I started an 18U program called Diamond Elite Baseball. I had Magli Ordonez, played for Detroit. I had his son. I had Yorvit Torrealba, his son. They were big league players, obviously. And we would go around, look at high school ball games when they were in the off season, see training, and we were like, dude, what is going on? So I started off with a guy named Stan Bonson. He was 65 Rookie of the Year, a left-handed pitcher. He was my first coach. My second coach was a guy named Tommy Ward, Boston, made it to AAA, really knowledgeable infielder. My next coach was a guy named Manny Sanguian, won World Series with the Pirates, obviously Lassinger, familiar with him. And these were hard-nosed guys. The era that I grew up in was no coddling. Mommy couldn't go to the fence. You did it wrong. If you didn't approach the ground ball the correct way, if you didn't hit the cutoff man, if you didn't do A, B, and C the right way, you were getting chewed out pretty much. So my philosophy is not so much I want to chew them out, not so much that I want to exclude any kid. That's not what we're trying to do. What we're really trying to do is make them understand you are held accountable to something. You're held accountable to trying to make plays and trying to better yourself. If every rep you're not challenging yourself, someone in another spot is trying to take what you have. That's just life. That's just business. That's anything, that you're going to get yourself into that you're going to be successful at. If you want to be successful in anything in life, you have to work hard. You have to fail. You have to learn from your failures. And you have to be willing to take something from nothing and turn it into whatever you want it to be. I don't believe if anybody's given anything. I believe that you have to earn it. I don't care that your money gets you to A, B, and C. Yeah, your money might get you in the door, but once you're in the door, if you don't produce, meaning the parents, your son doesn't produce or your daughter doesn't produce, be it basketball, be it football, be it soccer, be it hockey, anything, you're not going to succeed, and that's just a fact. So, I'm really hard on the kids because I demand in practice, like my mother always used to tell me, practice is for the coach. The games are for you. You take what you learned in practice and you implement it in your training philosophy. And then when you get in the games, if you've trained correctly and done the things that you're supposed to do, it should be easier. Not that you're not going to fail. This is a game of fail, as we all know. But if you're doing what you're supposed to do, taking A, B, C, D, not cutting out a step and doing what you're really supposed to do, you're going to have a lot better success than Johnny Blow, who's just at home doing nothing, playing PlayStation and not taking the extra reps. And like you said, and like lessons, if you want to get extra reps, no coach that's worth his salt is going to say, nah, man, I'm not going to do that. They're going to tell you, all right, brother, let's take the extra 10 minutes. Let's take the extra 20 minutes, and I'm going to try to impart on you. So kind of that's how I look at it. Elite baseball is, let's say, here. Mediocre baseball's here, and then you got guys that think they're doing it here, right? I'm trying to push guys past their limit. I'm going to give you one quote, and then I'll be quiet and let you guys speak on it. I always tell guys, if I demand that you try to become level X, but you don't reach level X, but you get below level X, didn't you improve? Yep. Yes, you improved. Now, if every single person, that 12 guys on that roster, the 25 guys on that high school roster, all tried to get to level S, but got one notch below it, look how much better the whole unit got. And then if we do that the next month with the next thing, everybody's stepping their game and everybody's challenging themselves. So in every level you step up, the game's getting harder. The game's getting faster. It's not getting slower as you move up levels. Little League is one speed. Middle school is one speed. Junior League is one speed. High school JV is one speed. And then obviously jumping into that varsity level is another speed. College baseball is another speed. And then we get into pro ball. It's not just one level of pro ball. And I think that's what a lot of kids think. I get to one level of pro ball and I made it. You didn't make anything. You just started again. And then
you're making that $1,000 a month. You ain't making no money. I know.
You're struggling trying to stretch it and hoping you stuck around and they're not coming up to you at the end of a workout and saying, "Hey, listen, brother, it's been real and it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun." So I want guys to see from 10 years old, listen, I'm going to be as hard as I can be on you, because if you can take it now, like we spoke about the other day, you can take it when I'm dishing it out at an older level, and the theories and the philosophies get a little bit more complex. So that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Most definitely. Before we have Lastings jump in on that same thing that you had asked us, as far as your platform goes, how do people follow you? Where are you located out of? What is your social media outlets? What do you have for a website? How do we help you with that?
So realistically, I am retarded when it comes to the social media stuff. I'm not on Instagram. I'm on Facebook under Richard Miller, but I also have Florida Spikes, which another young lady runs for. So it's Florida Spikes Baseball. And then I have a recruiting service, which I run. It's called All Levels Recruiting, i.e. junior college, NAIA baseball, Division 1, 2, and 3, and obviously Division 1. So I'm a personable guy. My phone number is listed, 786-715-6066. Like I spoke to Lastings the other day, I don't just take anybody. And the reason I'm selective is, like he knows, I'm representing more than just Spikes. You're representing more than just First Training. You're representing whoever trained you guys in the past and who will come behind these kids, and the kids that are in the program now and the young men that you help on other stages are the blueprint and the stepping stones for the next generation to be able to jump up. So that's how I am. I'm not big into the social media, and I'm hoping maybe through stuff like this, meeting with guys like you, trying to get to know guys like you better. It'll help me in that area, because look, I didn't even know how to do the Zoom call, and I had to get some.
It's all good, man. Hey, it's all good. We got you, man. You touched on a couple things the other day when I was reading your thread, and I know that a lot of people are gonna have their thing about you, and like I see so much. It's crazy. Like, I don't get to see myself in a lot of people, but I so see myself a lot like in you, because like you just don't you like, and that's a good thing. I feel maybe not to the other people, but to the people that you don't want. You know what I mean? And like holding them accountable. It's like, what if I sat there and charged you $350 and just sat on my lawn chair and didn't say anything? All this knowledge that I got, it's like I think you and I will get more praise if we did that and just shut up than us actually trying to drive these guys. And I don't know how to, I mean, I tell Logan all the time, it's like, maybe it isn't for us to figure it out. Maybe it isn't. Maybe like, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure that out. I think that's insane. You know what I mean? So,
Logan, I want to bring this to you. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll be honest with you. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it comes through. I've always told guys, if you're into training, helping young men, helping guys try to get a scholarship, it's no longer about us. We had our run. That ended. I always tell people, I'm 5'7". I was 180 pounds. I was decent, quick runner, right? But it wasn't for me to make it. This is what it was for, and I believe that. Your experiences, Lastings, and your experiences, Logan's, and the friendships and the relationships you've made with people are the platform. So if I spend every night going, well, Johnny doesn't like the way I speak. And Johnny – that's one Johnny, bro. We're not trying to catch one Johnny. We're trying to catch 500 Johnnies who in turn impact another 1,000 Johnnies. So I can give it to you like this. I've coached over 700 to 1,000 guys. I've already got 10 guys that are college coaches and another 10 that are high school coaches. With my philosophy, I try to hold on to kids for years. This philosophy of jump team, jump team, jump team, jump team, it's not conducive. You're not going to become anything. So like you said, sitting on a chair collecting the check, of course you'll make some money, but you're not going to do what you guys really want, the passion for the game. And that's where a lot of people miss it. So if they misjudge it as, oh, he doesn't care, he's aloof, or he's a jerk, it's going to happen. Not everybody's going to like you, bro, period.
And I went through a lot of that with just the New York media, man. Not everybody is going to like you. And I mean, I'll give you the shirt off my back, man. I'll do anything that I can for anybody, man. If you show love, I'm gonna show love back 3 times. Like, it's just that Southern hospitality that I grew up with a big family. My mom from a family of 9, so like if I'm stuck in an area in a bad situation, I know I can call 8 people. You know what I mean? And they're gonna look out for me because they know the love that I get, and they know that I'll go to the end of the wall. Just don't cross me, because if you cross me, it's gonna be a whole nother lasting Milledge. And everybody, once you cross somebody, that's everybody. That's to the angels. That's to the angels of the world, and to the devils of the world. You cross anybody, and you're gonna see that devil come up out of them. But
Logan, I'm sure it's about respect.
It's always about respect, man. And as long as we respect each other as men, I'll do anything I can for you, But I saw that a lot in New York, man, and I got to a point to where I just didn't care what anybody thought anymore. It was my time. I was the one who got there. I was the one who put in the work. I was the one who followed the blueprint. I was the one that stayed out of trouble. I was the one that didn't, have kids early to detour me from, to do that. I did everything the right way, and I deserve compensation for that. I was athletic. I was the best player in the country. You know what I mean? Along with all of that stuff, I deserved it. I worked like a scrub, man. Nobody outworked me. The little guy who hit 210 in high school, he didn't outwork me, and I was the best player in the country. So at the end of the day, hey, either you gonna like what I do, or you can just sit to the side, because I'm not going to worry about you. If I worry about how you feel about me, I'm losing my time here on the big stage. And I was only on the big stage for 5 years. Think about it. You prepare for 25 years and you get there for 5. That's no time.
No.
That's no time. I almost been doing travel ball longer, and training kids longer than I've been playing the big leagues. You know what I mean? So
it's a short-lived amount of time. So to touch on what you said you didn't have kids early. I had a Division I scholarship. I was at Southern Miss, and I unfortunately got a girl pregnant, and that's why I stopped. So my motivation is a little bit different, and I try to teach and instill in my kids, and it's minority kids that I've helped. I'm from Miami, Latin, black. We take whites. We don't care, dude. Baseball has no color. It's a game we all love, and the game is more based upon hard work, hustle, heart, and determination. That's kind of what I want to instill. So I took my failings. It ate me up. I kind of was mad at the game, but I was more mad at myself for not being able to have more, self-control, whatever you want to call it. Instead of doing what I was put there to do, I kind of got the distraction. So my biggest thing is get the education. Let's get you a scholarship. And a lot of the kids that have gotten scholarships, they're usually the first kid to go to school out of their whole family. Mom's working, a single mother, dad's doing construction or whatever they can do to try to make ends meet. And
sure.
obviously, being a minority, and Logan, you being friends with, best friends or minorities and guys that you've seen and other cats that you played with, it's a struggle, bro. Travel ball
Yeah,
costs
it's definitely a struggle, man.
anything
It costs a
do.
lot.
It costs a lot of money, and to be honest, that's the thing that eats me up the most. I would love, and we spoke about this the other day, Logan. I haven't got to speak to you, obviously, but I want to give back. You know, financially is the only way you can make things roll. But I don't think that anymore. I really think that if you can link with a guy like you and link with a guy like you, and okay, man, I'm not the greatest hitting coach, but this cat knows how to do it. And you know what? This guy's he puts guys together, and he's a marketer. And then we have another friend who's an infield guru, and then we have another guy who's a this, and we all come together with one vision, one example, and one way to kind of do it the right way without any distractions, with nobody's got an ego. We all go to that same baseball field, and our biggest job is teach these cats the right way to do it.
Absolutely.
The rest will fall into place.
And this what it's like to live with your mom too. Hold on a minute.
I can hear her in the background.
Mom.
hey, it's real talk, baby. Homeless.
We like it real.
I'm doing a video chat.
Hi, Mom.
I understand.
Hey, Miss Linda.
I understand. Give me a couple seconds. And that's real talk.
That is real talk.
So Logan, just curious of how you make this platform go. Is there sponsorships? Is there things that you do community-wise for you guys to get the product out? Clinics, things like that? Because I'll be honest, I have 2 or 3 kids that play for an organization in Tampa. How would they get to link up with you? Because my 12U is nationally ranked, so I take kids from all over, Georgia, South Carolina, and they come and they play major tournaments. But how would a kid from Tampa who's not familiar with you guys, kind of jump with you guys and be able to be exposed to that?
Lasto hit the nail on the head. When we started all this, man, we grind like we were scrubs even doing that. We gave away something like 500 free lessons. I mean, you got a former major league guy just getting done playing the game, and we're still giving away free lessons to get people in the door. So it started with that. Obviously, I have a marketing background. I do that for a living. Have some connections, have some people that are able to share some things to make it click for us relatively quickly. Him and I joke around about it all the time. Like, I don't even put a fraction of the money in marketing with our company that I do with other companies, and ours is way higher. But at the same time, too, the other companies I work with don't have a former major leaguer on staff. They don't have other major leaguers. Lasto does a great job of bringing the Navarros around, bringing these other guys who have formally played. Yep. So they brought these guys around where it's made it really easy for us to not only use our platform, and then I'd be lying if I said any other thing besides we have roughly 70 kids in our organization. You do the math, 2 parents, grandparents, all that. They do a really, really good job. We get done winning the tournament, and it looks like they just won the College World Series on our internet, So it's we got a great group of people that are with us, and we say it all the time, man. We outwork everybody. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, we eat, sleep, and breathe this, and we don't stop. And I wish I would have. That's just like you talked about a minute ago as far as players, and I'm the same way. I didn't get to make it to the level that he did. But I'm not saying that I would have by any means, but I look at it more when I'm coaching now. I try and tell people, do as I say, not as I do, because I already been there and made the mistakes. So I didn't work out as hard as I should have. I partied more than I should have. I did all the stuff that doesn't get you to that next level. It got me to a certain level, but it doesn't get you to that next level. And we now with the business, we grind. I work like I'm trying to get to the major leagues in marketing, put it that way. And he works, his name speaks for himself. So I'm excited, like you said, to link up with people like you and find other pieces to make all this go around. But we got a great organization. We got 8U, 10U, 8U, 10U, 8U, 10U, 2 11Us, 12U, 13, 14. We're in the process of high school. So, I mean, if any guys from the Tampa Bay area, if you have anybody, send them a letter of reference from you will go a long way too. Like, we already know what we're getting when we're dealing with you. So
pretty good. I'll pass it on, surely.
Yes,
so
sir.
Lastens, I hope we can touch on the thing we spoke about, which is dear to my heart. Obviously, I was adopted. I'm a minority, double minority. I'm a half black, half Latin. You're obviously an African American. And Logan, I know color doesn't matter. Best friend's an football player who's an African American. So I hope we can at least for a couple minutes touch upon that, because that is something super dear to my heart and something that I believe is missing, lacking, and needs to be addressed in the game in order to further the game, not just for my own personal. There are so many guys, kids, and people that are being underserved.
Yeah, and I mean that was the main focus when we started this. We were trying to drum up interest in baseball. And my dream was always to have an all-black team. I never shied away from it. All my parents know, if you ask every one of my parents what I want to accomplish, and they will know. And I never hid from it. And that's why I love all my parents, because they actually helped me get to my goal. And right now I think we're at 38 to 39% minority players in our organization. Right now I think we have about 15. I think we have about 15 minorities in our organization right now. So like, I mean, it's just it just kind of like took off, and we just picked up a couple Black American ball players like just over this whole coronavirus thing. So like our numbers are gonna go up even higher. We're averaging 3.5 to almost 4 minorities per team, and I mean I want it higher, of course, but at the end of the day, it's nobody else is doing that around here. Nobody else is giving kids an opportunity to come in. Not only are you letting them play for a super hookup, you gotta, these kids are stripped down. You gotta teach these kids how to properly throw, how to catch. Who has time for that? I don't, but I make time. You know what I mean? Like nobody really has time to take a kid that just, it's dangerous for him to play. You know what I mean? And I always use Angel as a template, and it was dangerous for him to play travel ball. Was it not? Was it not, Logan? Would you agree?
No, it was. I mean, it was, a ball was hit to him, and you're in fear for his life. Like, I hope it doesn't knock his teeth out.
Right. Yeah, and you got hit the first 3-4 days. It's just like.
But I also want to say this and chime in. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's bigger than just the baseball aspect for that young man and for those kids that you're quote unquote hooking up. They're bringing something to our lives. You've heard the old saying, you came from a family of 9. Logan, I don't know your family background. I was adopted. My parents could have had kids. I was adopted by American white American parents, and they never treated me any different at all. I was very blessed. But it takes a village, dude. It takes the mom. It takes a ride. He might need cleats. He might need a bat. That's what it is, brother. And to be honest, let's speak about the coronavirus. That's what people are missing, dude. Get back to being good with people, being nice with people, helping folks. How I am on the field is not a representation of who I am in my regular life. Exactly. I'm a competitor. On the field, I am here to beat you. The end.
Period.
I can help you. But while we're on the field, I'm trying to take your heart out, brother. I want my kids to feel that, because competition is going to be here until the day you die. And that's it.
We get jobs, we got to compete.
And I tell the kids, school is their job and working out is their job if they want to maintain. I'm sure you guys are sticklers on the grades aspect, because obviously they can't move up levels if they don't have the grades and can't move on. Well, how many good ball players you seen with crap grades and can't move?
Yeah,
doesn't help.
So many.
Help at all.
It doesn't help.
But
I hope that can happen is that, like you said, your numbers continue to grow. Obviously being inclusive of everybody, but like you said, I want minorities. I want guys that obviously wouldn't have had the chance to get quality coaching, and if they can get the quality coaching, let's see how far we can take them. We're not throwing away anybody. We're not favoring anybody, but this is true to my heart, and that's the way I feel. So I hope that throughout baseball, throughout, state of Florida is a little bit different than anywhere else. You played with Latin ball players. You played with white, black, Chinese, green, orange people. It doesn't matter. But around the country, it's not like that, brother. It's really not.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it, what a lot of inexperienced people would get on here, and they they quick to judge. Okay. And I've been a part of it too. But at the end of the day, this is how we desegregate it, man. This game has a lot of history, man. And people who just, there's going to be people that going to chime in on the live, and they're going to be like, oh, well, it's always got to be about black. It's always got to be about Latinos. But here's the thing. It's national news. Like,
It's
Major League Baseball is hey, let me tell you one thing. If it's starting to fall below 7% of white American baseball players,
it would be a pandemic.
It's going to be the same thing. They're going to dump money into bringing more white Americans to the game, bringing more black Americans to the game. What we have to do to get white Americans to the game, what we have to do to get black Americans to the game. Major League Baseball is dumping millions and millions and millions of dollars into trying to revive baseball. So it's like, it's out there. Don't think we're just trying to make something better for our culture and make something better for our race. And create some. That's not the point. The point is that baseball used to be up here with black Americans, and now it's down here. What happened in between that? What happened? Because this game was the best sport in America. Now it's not even the third best sport in America now. So it's like,
why do you think that is?
Hey,
Logan? Because we don't see it from Logan's eyes, we see it from our eyes. So I'm curious as to what you think, Logan. I mean, not that I know your history or your background, but I can only say my side. He obviously can say only his side. I know that there's opportunities I wouldn't be able to get. Obviously, Lastings, it would be a little bit harder for you to jump levels with how you are. Logan, how do you see it?
The crazy part about it, man, is like, and you can ask Lasto, he'll attest to it. Like, I don't see color like that. Am I dumb? Do I act like you guys are treated the same level that white people are? No. Like, I know, like, I get it. I know that is life, but at the same time too, I also, as Lasting's been, you can sit around and you can complain about it, or you do something about it. And I was blessed enough that I came from a home that my family does well, and they've always taught and installed good morals in me. Have I always been a stand-up citizen? No, but I've always had a good heart, and I've always looked after the minority players that have been on my team. Those are the ones that I knew that they didn't get the same treatment that I got in the locker room. So I made sure that they got it at my household. Hey, if you didn't have food, if you didn't have cleats, if you didn't have money to go to a tournament, come with me. I'll make it possible. You don't have a ride here, I'll take care of that. So it's like, when we decided to do this, and his main emphasis was on minorities, especially African American. I mean, I'm right there with it. I understand it, and I'll be the first to say, as far as sports goes, like, the minorities have the flair with it. Like, when it comes to baseball, like, hey, man, that Puerto Rican, Venezuelan, Dominican in the infield, man, you don't got that. Like, you don't got it. Yeah, you're right there. You don't. But that's what, in a sense, that's what's making the game more fun, when you got your Canoes and your Baez's, and you need that. And I think Major League Baseball this last year did a pretty good job with the commercials, like trying to spice it up and make it more fun. But then you have old white baseball America that's trying to pull that the other way, and that's you gotta keep up with the times, and that's what people want. They want to see Odell Beckham's playing baseball.
For sure. Yep. My thing is, how do we allow them to be? This is what I didn't understand. Lastings, I don't know when you were born, and Logan, I don't know when you were born. I was born in 75, so maybe I'm a little bit older than you guys. But Griffey wore his hat backwards, and they were freaking out when he's taking BP. Worry more about my dude performing in the game. Look at Logan. The guy's wearing his cap. Who gives a crap, dude? When the lights came on and the white lines were chalked, I guarantee you no one was playing harder than Griffey. So That's kind of where I'm at. You have to bring your own flair to it. So, like, we're giving an instruction to a guy, and you're telling a guy to go towards a ground ball. After he takes 1,000, 2,000 reps, He's going to put his own sauce on it. He's going to make it where it's comfortable for him. And I believe if people stop, players from doing that, you're not really getting that player. You're getting a robot. And that's what I think MLB is geared towards. They want 6'4", throw this, da-da-da-da-da-da. They let go of the guys who can really pitch, who might have not as much velocity, or the guy in the minors who didn't hit 1,000 home runs, but he was a line drive guy. He was an RBI guy. Now it's launch angle, it's this, it's that, and it's like, dude, you're missing the fundamental aspect of the game that each player brings into the game. And I'll be honest with you, and not to beat the horse, we're looked upon a lot harsher than Joe Blow X, who comes from a different background. Why that is, it is the powers that be. I don't know, but I hope, and I hope that it will change. But I'm not sure how we can further that. And I think these discussions, you said it already, Lastens, there's going to be that idiot that's going to post, why are you talking about that? Because this impacts us and the people we care about, and our friends who understand our plight want to know, what does it feel like to be like this? It's a two-sided coin. It's not a one-sided coin. So I think if you can open up the discussion and you can start talking to people, maybe we touch one guy. And if we touch one, and that guy touches another guy, and that guy touches another guy, and maybe there's like-minded organizations around the country that will adopt the same philosophy you and we both have. So that's what I really want to stress.
Yeah, man, and we like you said before, man. We're gonna continue to make an impact locally. We're only three people, man. We're only three people,
Nationally.
so it's gonna have to take a lot of these guys. Like, and I'm gonna just call it how it is. And I know we're getting low on time, Log, but I'm gonna call it how it is. When you go to Latin countries, you see these guys in the streets. You can touch Miguel Cabrera in Venezuela. He's out in the streets trying to get kids better. But when you look at American ball players, you see Griffey at only time you see Griffey is at a car signing or at a celebrity baseball game.
Right.
Or at the
All-Star.
The All-Star game, or what they call it, where a lot of the old guys get fantasy baseball.
Yeah.
The fantasy camps. For that. That's the only time you see Darryl Strawberry, Ricky Henderson, Mark McGwire. That's the only time you see him. You don't see Mark McGwire at your nearest local youth baseball field trying to get kids better. You don't see that. I'm in these streets, bro. I'm beating these streets down. And I'm not the caliber of ball players those guys were. It's levels to the game. Those guys are engraved in the game. I've done nothing for the game like those guys have done. But one thing, I'm a part of that country club, and I'm going to be getting a pension when I'm 62. So I'm a part of that brand. I got the major league tattoo, and I'm in these streets. Right. Literally in these streets. I'm almost knocking doors down. Like, I had kids out throwing rocks 3 weeks ago. Now they're coming once a week. Like, I'm in these streets. Can anybody else say that? White America, Latino America, whatever. We got a Vietnamese in our organization, Mexican. You know what I mean? Like, hey, are y'all in the streets? Or what are y'all doing? Hey, ex-players, AAA guys, AA guys, college guys, are y'all knocking down these streets? Are y'all knocking down doors? Are y'all in these streets?
But I think it's a little bit selfish, Logan, because guys don't want to take the time, and that's what's got to change. You got to see it as something going to be productive and the ability to do something. You might not reap the rewards financially right away, but it will come. And then I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we spoke about the older thing, but I want to gear to the audiences. I don't want them to think in 10U baseball, 11U, 12U. I always tell my guys, we're prepping for high school and beyond. We're not prepping for now. So if we can grab kids, keep them, and your club is successful, my club is successful. We do partnerships with our clubs, and we grab other clubs, and all those groups are successful. People are going to go, wait a minute. What are these guys doing, and how can I become a part of it? So
Yep.
that's what I was saying before when you said I'm only one local guy. I didn't think like that. I've always told my kids we're playing in the majors level in tournaments. We're not shying away. If they put us against the number one ranked team, guess what, boys? We're playing the number one ranked team. Because if you shy away, then you're sheltering those kids and you're not getting them what they need, which is that exposure. So I think stop thinking that you're local. You're national. They invite you to something or you sign up for something. So what? You lose. You didn't lose. You learned. So that's kind of the way I do. You don't duck. We jump, we go, and when those people you play, even if they beat you 10-0, they go, hold on, man. This guy's doing it the right way. Hold on, man. These kids are learning the right way. They may not have beat us, but they're turning the right way on a double play. They're screaming what the calls are. They're calling backside. They're yelling runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for the right plays. That, to be honest with you, is a small thing that shows what you are and who you know. I used to think scream, 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 and people are going to see. The product, sooner or later, is going to level off. And then, like you said, it's going to blow past other people because what you've ingrained in those young men is hard work and the proper way. And if that's done over and over and over, you got a winning philosophy. So stop. I'm just telling you, stop thinking you got national. We're a national club. Let those people come in. And I'll be honest, people are going to come to you, and they're not going to be for your good. You just got to learn to weed through them.
Oh, I get rid of them. I don't even have time because at the end of the day, like, what do you think? I'm here for money? Like, bro, I made $4 million in a year. Like, it's not about money. Like, I'm never, ever going to make that money again. So don't throw that in my face. I'm going to get paid for my time. And the same person you go there and you pay $70, $80 an hour, you're paying to a guy who never been to my level. So I'm going to charge you that because of what I put in the game, not what I think I deserve. That's what I put in. That's what I put in. So, when I say, we're only a couple guys, it's going to take 150 more Richards, Lassings, Logans. It's going to take these guys. It's going to take these guys who got cut from the big league roster, went to AAA, and then got cut and that never got a job. It's going to take those guys, and I'm going to get my Stephen A. on. It's going to take them guys to get off their ass and come in and do what they need to do for the game. For the game. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's what they have to do. But you know, and I know, people are going to have the ulterior motives and things the way they want it or what they think is right. And okay, that's fine. But you're not going to tell me how to get to the big leagues, bro. You're not going to tell me that. You're not. So stop trying to tell me how you think your kid needs to do, and you never played the game. That's disrespect to a person who is a doctor in the game. Like, I have my doctor's degree, man. Like, I put in more time in this game than you did at your job, bro. Like, straight up. And I still can play this game at a high level if I wanted to. So, have respect. Have respect for my profession. And just like I wouldn't go into your profession, if you're, if you sell yachts, I will not come into your profession and tell you how to sell a damn boat because I don't know, but I'm willing to learn if that's something I want to do. And I know I can probably do it better than you because I know how to work. And you put a dollar, you put that S with a line through it, that dollar sign, then that'll get me ready. And I'm going to outwork you. So like, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is, man. It's just and we can stay on here for hours at a time, man. But at the end of the day, you got to have the it factor. You got to have the passion. I don't want my son playing for nobody who's not going to get in his runk. I can't do it. I wouldn't be doing my job, and my son is not going to jump from team to team. I'm sorry. It's going to be people here that's going to think I'm talking about him. There's going to be people here thinking I'm singling them out. I don't care what you think. You cannot jump from team to team and expect somebody to get your kid better in a small. You're giving these guys 2 months to get an end product. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
They don't know, though. They don't know. They don't know.
And another thing is too, Richard, I'm telling you, and I don't really care about what people think, and I'm gonna live by this, Logan. When we start baseball back and new kids come in, if you jump from a team, if you made 2 moves in the last year and a half, I don't want you. Period. I don't want you. Because at the end of the day, then now it's like, I'm taking the opportunity away from the kid. Well, hell, the parents take the opportunity from the kids too.
My parents used to always say it about women. My mom would tell me, "Don't forget how you got them." If they came to you from another dude, they'll do the same thing to you. You know, so it's like it's just like that. But unfortunately, I got to kind of be the bad guy here in my role. We've been on here a little bit longer. Got to get some stuff out. Got to get it out on the internet for you guys. Well, obviously, Richard, I appreciate everything. I'll make sure that you're tagged in this all. We'll do as much as we can to share and help boost your platform up. If there's anything I can ever do from a marketing standpoint, you got my number. You got Lasso's. You know how to get in touch with me. I'll gladly do whatever. From what both of you guys are talking about, it seems to be very near and dear to your heart to have more minority players playing. And my advice that I would give to you guys, obviously I'm with Lasso, get to see him on an everyday basis, and he knows this, is it's you guys are already putting yourself in a position where minority athletes are getting to see you guys, touch you, feel you, see what you can be. Even if you don't become a professional athlete, you can still become a high caliber coach. You can still impact people's lives. So what you guys are doing, lasting, showing up, letting African-American kids see you don't have to play in the NFL to drive a Maserati. You could play Major League Baseball and get a Maserati. Like things like that, what you guys are already doing, it's no different than me helping a 130-pound white middle infielder and say, hey, you can still make it, bro. We just got to bulk up, you know? So it's
that's it.
So it's like, I love what you guys are all about. Richard, hopefully we can gear back up and we can do this again down the road, get you back on here, talk about some different topics, but appreciate you being on here, man.
Thank you guys.
We definitely got to get back up, Rich. We definitely got to get back up and vent. We'll call it the real venting, and that'll be us. Well, we just
that'll be adults.
We just cry.
Adults only. But anyway, I want to say thank you. Last thing is touch on the last topic that he said is it's like a doctor. Guys like us, when you charge what you charge, it's for knowledge. It's not for what you've done. It's for the knowledge that you're imparting. So kids that jump, parents that jump, they don't know. So yeah, you cut them a break a little bit, but at the end of the day, you're teaching the parents just as much as you're teaching the kid. So yes, we're going to link back up. You guys got my number. I don't even know how to turn this off, so I'm going to stop talking. Peace and love. Wear your mask. Wash your damn hands. And keep it real.
Hey,
thank you.
Hey, Florida Smikes, baby, all day, every day.
We got
training, man.
That closes another episode of Real Talk right there. Richard Miller, last Milledge. I'm Logan Wells.
My mom is pissed right now.
Hey, Mom, cook me something, baby.
Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in.
I don't want to turn it off.
You're good. Hold on. Hey, give me 2 seconds. Hey, you can find us on First Round Training on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. 941-304-9696. Give us a call if you're interested in batting cages, private lessons of any sort. Like I said, last thing's Milledge, Richard Miller, Logan Wells. That's it. Real talk.
Thank you. Cut it.